I'm really good at the thumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That means
Right.
it's time
You
to
are.
go. Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
So we are John and Rachel. We have a podcast that comes out every week on radio.com, which is affiliate with Y108 and KDK Radio and
92.7 The Fan and KDK.
and Star 100.7. 100.7 Star. Anyways, and this is what we've been doing this is the third week of our YaJagoff Live, where we thought you wanted to watch a Penguin game or a Pirate game tonight, and it's not there. So we decided, let's try to get some performers who want to make a few bucks to come on and perform for you all.
But it's more than that. It's local helping local, because that's what Pittsburgh does. And so we have KB Plumbing, but the people who really started this and wanted this to go are on the show tonight. So Living with Monsters, who were on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, are musicians, fantastic
There they
musicians.
are. Look at them.
Hey,
and that's not even a
guys.
fake background. What are you guys doing?
Well,
we're hanging out.
It's real.
Right now, right? Talking to you guys.
That's the best place to be when you're on quarantine.
Right.
But anyway, so Corey of the two is his family owns Higgins Painting, not plumbing. Don't mix up the two. And we said, hey, let's work together. And as the quarantine got worse, you were still in. So we're pretty excited that you guys are going to be our music. You're, of course, we keep saying this, but you're new to one of our faves, but you're truly one of our faves.
Yeah.
And so you guys are sponsoring the music, and then KB Plumbing is sponsoring the comedians.
Right. So you guys will be on around 8 o'clock. And I don't know, you want to strum something real quick there? Tell them what they're going to hear? Is it like 10 seconds? Or you're like, no, hell no.
Or 12.
Union says no.
We got 5 or 6 songs that we can go and play depending on time. So yeah,
good.
Okay.
See how the night rolls on and see if we get to play for you guys. We're excited about it. Yeah.
Well, we're excited. Hit us with like a couple bars before we go to Ray. He's pumping, he's prepping. There you go. That's what you get to hear. I love it.
That is clearly going to be one of the Venmo successes tonight.
Clearly.
That song right there. All right.
Okay, so how do you introduce?
Well, first we have to talk about 2 things.
Yeah.
While you're watching, make sure you go to House of 1,000 Beers, because Mike has a graphic he's going to put up here. There's a House of 1,000 Beers. There are 2 locations in New Kensington and Warrendale, and they are having a house building party.
How smart are they?
Contest, not a party. Yeah, right.
They are smart people. So we partnered with the Safranco Advisory Group, and we are helping out with House of 1,000 Beers during this crazy time. Support your local restaurants, people, right? They're suffering too. And so we thought, hey, let's collaborate and do something fun. So we're challenging people like you to build your own house. It could be made out of anything, your favorite things, but you have to show 12 beer cans or cans of any kind. And it could be White Claw, which I'm now drinking.
That's right. And so good prizes. So go look there.
And good prizes,
and the last thing before we talk about Mike Sorg is that Mary Mac Bakehouse, Mary Mac Mixes, she makes these awesome cookies and cinnamon rolls and stuff. And she did not pay us for this, but this cookie right here.
She paid us in cookies.
Yes, she did. This cookie right here is certified Rennebeck, hands down.
Mary Mac.
Cookie.
Listen, I had to hide the last 3 for Colin and Hannah and Sammy because my children are claiming them. And so they're that delicious. They're Jello pretzo salad cookies.
Strawberry, you guys from Pittsburgh, strawberry Jello pretzel salad. These cookies taste like that. They even have little pretzels in the bottom. So how about that?
We're going to eat it while we talk to you.
Right. And before we go to Ray, just say hi to Mike Sorg. Mike, are you going to give a wave or?
Hi, I'm still here by myself in the studio listening to some good music with you.
All of this is working because of him. And again, when we came to him with this idea, he said, I want to help. And
he was helping us with something else, and we simply brought it up, and he said, I'm in.
Yeah.
No pay, pro bono. He's an amazing
And
guy.
once we took the duct tape off, he said, yes, I'll do it.
Still.
And,
something like that.
So, Mike, talk about what happens to your place. There's wrestling at your place. Where do they find wrestling if they want to watch it?
We do a lot of. We're actually working a lot with the local pro wrestlers. We're filming shows here around the Pittsburgh area and in Ohio and West Virginia and Erie. And those guys don't have anything to do. And what we're doing, we're still doing interviews and everything and helping plug, because a lot of them have pro wrestling tees, so that where they're selling merchandise, or again, the PayPal Venmo thing. However, if you want to support those guys, we have a page over at indiewrestling.us, and there's a COVID-19 support page, and we've listed as many of our friends that we've filmed or had on interviews or anything there. So if you're interested in helping out pro wrestlers, to see what they have to offer, and some of them have videos and Patreons and things like that too. So that's that's what we're trying to do for at least the wrestling community.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Cool. So we're shouting out Wesley's on for we should probably have a prize for someone who signs on for every week. Wesley
That's a good
Stewart
idea.
from Richland Hills, Texas. This is his third
Yeah,
week
but
of
we
being
had
on.
somebody from Spain.
Oh,
but that was our Mazda Monday. Yeah,
So
they must like Mazda
Brad
cars.
Klein, you got to go check out his chess pieces and Emma
John,
Hunt.
we need to talk to Ray.
Time to talk to Ray. Ray Zawani, who is a Pittsburgh comedian, right? Let's give him a really good introduction.
Give him one. Give him. Where's your notes?
All right, so Ray Zawani. Look, Ray, he is so funny. You will have to watch his Instagram to get a
Ray,
taste
how
for
was
it
your
at this
intro?
point. But Ray is formerly from Pittsburgh and now is doing comedian stuff in New York City in his kitchen, because if you watch it on Instagram, you can't go anywhere else up there either. And Ray is Ray. First of all, we love the attire that you have on. You clearly dressed up for us tonight.
The headband.
Thank you. Yeah, well, my hair is so incredibly long. I can't get a haircut, so I'm just kind of doing this. And also, I'm in super great shape. This is what people who are athletic look like.
It is true. So
I'm also in underwear too, but that's.
And nobody would know. Nobody would know. Now, are you guys like wearing the same thing? Who cares? It's just you and your roommate, because Colin's kind of here doing his thing in Pittsburgh and staying in sheltering in, whatever.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've been wearing the same pair of sweatpants each. like it's been a lot of gym shorts and sweatpants around the house. It's not very. Nobody's dressing to impress here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is anyone in New York sneaking? Like here in Pittsburgh, there's sneaking going on. People are getting their hair cut. They're sneaking. Well, in Fayette County, they're sneaking and having parties in giant fields and leaving the beer cans, because that's how you sneak and get away with it. Any of that going on there?
I'm not sure. I've been being a good little boy, just kind of staying in. Except I would say the weirdest thing isn't the sneaking; it's how strangers treat you.
Oh, okay.
Like going into the laundromat the other day, there's only allowed 5 people in the laundromat at a time. And when I went in, I slid past this old lady, and you would have thought I was dripping with toxic acid, like the way that she slid back, and everybody's so skeptical of people.
Yeah.
I had to ride the subway a couple times, and there's only 5 people in a subway cart, maybe even less. And somebody sneezed on the subway, right when this all started. And people were moving to the end of the subway, when 3 months ago, I saw a homeless guy pull out his entire ass. And nobody even batted an eyelash. They were like, oh yeah, that's Steve. That happens.
I understand. Yeah, I'm sure. Are you practicing though, making sure that you're sneezing in your elbow and doing all the right things? Hand sanitizing, hand washing. You're really following the rules?
Yeah, and it's so annoying. I hate washing my hands. I really do. I always have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now we're doing it after we pee. What is this world coming to?
Yeah, that's a tough one. What else are you doing to keep busy?
Man, I was gonna try to say something really smart, like reading books. I've been drinking a lot. I think that's what everybody's been doing. It's funny though, the people that are really posting it on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat are my friends that already drink every day, regardless of if there's a pandemic.
Right.
And they're like, hey, dude, we're doing a shotgun for coronavirus, and they're drinking a beer in their kitchen. I'm like, dude, you did this in June last year. This is your life. You're drunk. I know what you did.
You're drunk, yeah. And then what did Colin say? I'm really funny, Ray. I'm really funny.
I also love that people are FaceTiming me. And they're like, oh my God, I miss you so much. This has just been so hard. I was like, you don't miss me, you're bored, because I haven't talked to you in 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's everybody's man. Well, but maybe that's the positive thing, that people are like, oh, you know what, maybe I should try to rekindle some relationships while I'm so bored. And if I finish Tiger King, I'll have some time to do that.
Did you watch it?
Of course I watched it. I'm obsessed with it. I shaved my face into his little goatee thing, and I was walking around all day doing the Like, I'm gonna shoot that Carol Baskins right in her face. Like walking around my house doing that, and it made Colin and my other roommate laugh like the first couple times, and then he's finally like, you know what, I'm all set on you doing this impression. And I shaved it off, but I forgot to shave the soul patch that I had. I didn't realize it, and I go on to do one of these a different like I think it was Zoom comedy show, and I'm talking to the people, and I realized, like, looking at my face, I'm like, oh my god, do I have a soul patch? Do people think I'm trying to just reinvent myself as like a motorcycle guy? Because you can tell a lot what a guy thinks about himself by the facial hair he sports. Right now I'm going with neglect, but
nice.
No,
did Carol feed her husband to the tiger, Ray?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm a big Joe Exotic supporter. I just think he's hilarious. Yeah. The prom pictures he took with all of his husbands are so funny. I mean, like, I was a huge fan of that show, and I think like everybody, the main takeaway from that is that we were really surprised that you can get a tiger that cheap. Like, I mean, you can get a tiger for like the same price you can get a big flat screen TV.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's like $1,200 or $2,000. Sorry.
But listen, that to me, at first I kind of took a snob approach. Like my friend Jen was watching it and she's like, you have to. And I don't like animals. I'm not a big binge watcher. I'd rather watch like the sappy kind of stuff. But I sat in on an episode or two and I watched the entire thing. And apparently there's another one coming.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I wish I wasn't excited about it. You know, it's because it's so easy to be like when something's popular. I feel like that is a Pittsburgh thing to do. That's something that's instilled in me. Is if something's real popular, we're like, hey, I ain't watching any of that. I saw that already. You know, I've been to the zoo. Okay, I got something. I think this is such a hard time right now in general for like the blue collar people from Pittsburgh that like I grew up around, because all they really do is brag about how much they work. And now a lot of them can't work. Like, how many times have you ever like told somebody that like works construction or at the mill that like you're like, yes, I just got off work, and they're like, oh, what are you working, banker's hours? Must be nice. You just get off and, oh, you only worked 8 hours today. I pulled a double and then I went into a side job. But now they can't work. They're probably losing their mind.
True. It is true. Yeah, especially in that field.
Kids showing them how to work, work Netflix. They're like, I ain't paying for any of that. They're like, I'm giving you my password. No, I know how this all works. Don't have any. But when this first started, I was talking to like people in my family over the phone, because people in New York were worried about the coronavirus like really early, like already wearing the masks, and nobody in like blue collar towns or like in the country really cared because it doesn't affect them. Like I was in Wheeling, West Virginia, and there's people that were at my comedy show when we could still do live comedy that were like, they worked in coal mines, you know, like they're not worried about the coronavirus. Like seeing those people get like talked to, they're like, hey, are you worried about this? So like, I've been working under 1 million pounds of shifting earth for 25 years. No, I'm not worried about a flu named after a Mexican girl beer. I'm okay.
I never heard that.
And then they light up a cigarette, admit they had iron lung, and they're like, you know what? On second thought, let somebody cough on me. All my money goes to alimony anyways. Let's let somebody take me out.
What, Ray? Are you staying in shape because everybody's talking about the COVID-19 15, where you get 15 pounds? You know, the freshman 15.
Yeah, I gained the freshman like 40 when I was in college.
Same.
But you know what? I have been staying in shape, John. Before this all started, I began a journey.
Yes.
I don't see what's so funny. This
Ray,
is.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ray.
I begin. Rachel, you're always trying to goof around, and sometimes things aren't a laughing matter. Okay, we're going through a pandemic. King Trump is trying to get us out of this.
Right.
And what I've been doing is I began a journey a little over a month ago with myself and the Lord, and who just gave you guys better lighting, I'm sure. With the lights on, he said, "Let there be light, YaJagoff." And And
our union electrician didn't start until 7:45. That was the
Yeah.
problem. So
I would are not paying them to get there any earlier. I tell you that.
sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, I don't, John. I don't care. But I was like, Ray, you've always had powerful arms. You've always been a showman. You've had biceps that were not only given to you by your parents, but by God, Christ, our Lord and Savior. And I was like, you know what you should do is you should arm wrestle, because
Right.
that's
No doubt.
And I've been training. Most of my training is street fighting.
Okay.
So I go out every morning. I'd say about at the crack of like 10 a.m. when I get up. And I will go outside and I look for a gang of people, usually a group of people, which has been tough now because everybody's distancing.
Yeah, to be seen. Yeah.
Yeah, I would see a gang, whether it, Crips, Bloods, Triads, just MTA employees. And I would see them standing there in a group. And if they looked tough enough, I would engage them in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm mostly combining. Also, a side note: if either of you guys want to take my basic street fighting seminar that I've been teaching over Zoom,
Okay.
I'm more than happy to give you guys a 5% discount because you guys have been.
Oh my God! Can we use the word
Yeah.
"jagoff" to get the discount? Yes.
Yeah, and anybody watching this now, yes, can get a discount. It's mostly front kicks and elbows, but with the street fights that I've been getting into, doing that every morning, it's the only thing that really wakes me up now.
Okay.
I've saved so much money on coffee. I can't tell you the last time I had a cup of coffee. Nothing gets your adrenaline running like physical combat and engaging anywhere from 4 to 5 enemies, because I can't do more yet. I mean, I could probably beat up 6 guys, but I haven't tried that yet. And then I just get back and when I tell people this is cute. This is funny, guys. This is rich. Wait till you get a load of this. People will always be like, "Oh, Ray, how come you don't have a bunch of bruises on your face if you're fighting all the time?" I said, "Why don't you guess why?" Because my moneymaker isn't getting touched that much. That's how quick I am. So, I mean, if I'm capable of doing that, I'm easily going to be capable of one-on-one grabbing another man by the hand. Not in that way, John. Let's not make jokes. That's faux pas. But grabbing another man's hand in competition, you guys,
Right.
and slamming him down to the mat. But right now, we're not allowed to touch each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Right.
So that's on hiatus.
So when
So,
when you're engaging the enemy, do you say something? Is it kind of like a look? Do you walk up and give a snap? What's the code of conduct on the street there?
Well, first what I do is I sucker punch one of them to completely eliminate one enemy.
If Rachel spits on me, you're done.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
So that kind of eliminates one enemy. That does help me. I know that sounds like a little bit of a training wheel, but then
Yeah.
the rest of them, and then I say, "Hey, why don't you pick your friend up?" And they get really mad. So we start fighting. Oh, and I do say no knives because I haven't fought with knives in 8 years. I just don't do it anymore. I don't think there's a lot of honor in it, to be honest with you.
I see.
That just Rachel, my point exactly. It's not. I know. Actually, I forgot that you dabbled with knives.
I knew you were gonna.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, that was that's when we used to fight in big gangs. When we
Yeah.
had gang fights, we pulled out our little switchblade,
Yeah.
and then we'd sing songs during it. A real Jets and the Sharks type thing that I used to be involved with. But I've gained a little bit of weight, so I'm not as light on my feet to do the dances as I used to be. But I'm still, because I'm more going for power,
Yeah.
than finesse. So that's really what I've been doing. Also, another thing I do when it comes to fighting is I do a lot of house combat,
Okay.
Mhm.
which I'm sure you guys are familiar with.
Oh,
So
yeah.
moving on.
I've read some books.
No, well, it's John. Are you patronizing me? It's house combat. That is when you break into somebody's house and you just start fighting, whether if they're cooking breakfast. Maybe they just put their kids down for a nap. They walk out of that room. Next thing you know, guess who's kicking them in the stomach? This guy. And they never know what hit them. And you're saying, Ray, that seems very dishonorable.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's doing what it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it, right?
Oh my God. Ray, you're left. As we want to remind everybody that they can Venmo you money because this is what this is all about. KB Plumbing is giving you a check for $100 for being here tonight.
Oh,
For
that's
being
perfect.
you.
Right? How about it? Yeah, because they love your videos, your training videos.
Well, I will let you know that any money that is given to me, I will be using towards building a school for troubled youth.
Okay.
That I train Taekwondo and Capoeira. I train both of those different types of styles of karate and martial arts. So I will. That's what that'll be going to for me to build an entire storefront.
Wow.
And just keep these kids off the streets, man. You have no idea what they've been through. I mean, to be honest with you, is they some of these kids, man, they inspire me more than I can ever inspire any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
And here, wow. Yeah, I hate when we get you so emotional, Ray, because I hate to see other men cry, quite frankly.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with a man crying, John.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, there is.
No, it's not. No,
There's very
it's
few
not.
times a man can cry. It's when he's inspired. You know, that's one time when the Steelers win the Super Bowl. That's another time you're allowed to cry. And then all dogs go to heaven too. That's true, you know. That one brings.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad.
Yeah.
Will you cry the day you open up your school for Taekwondo and the other thing for the kids? Will you cry that day?
I'll cry when they erect the statue out front for sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I see.
That's going to be a beautiful time.
Just reminding everybody they can Venmo you money because, again, this is what they Ray, what's it like to live off the Venmo budget at this point?
Yeah, it's not much different than my life has been the past 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, people are talking about like, oh man, I'm staying inside. I can't do anything. I was doing that for a while just because I couldn't afford it. And it's so funny. Like one of the things that's been bumming me out is you see people on TV like these politicians and like Robert De Niro at one point I saw I love Robert De Niro, very personal, close friend of mine. But he said something that I call him Bobby, but Bobby was on TV and he's like urging people to stay inside. He's like, stay inside, don't work. And I'm like, that's kind of easy for Robert De Niro to say.
So true.
Because he has a damn bowling alley in his house, probably. You know, like he has shit to do. Like, I sleep on a futon. It'd be nice for me maybe to walk around outside or something, and I'm not allowed to do it. And this guy's like, yeah, stay inside. You know, help yourself out. You know, sit in the house. You know, everybody. We got to do this together. Rachel, don't you do that. We got and I'm like, dude, come on, man, you're still living off of taxi driver money, and I can't even afford a ride in a taxi. So it's
not there. What are you drinking
right now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just drinking water right now because I'm on the clock.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. It's vodka. But
I feel like it is.
Hey, Jason Clark from the Arcade Comedy Theater says hello.
Oh, hi, Jason. Jason is actually a business partner of mine. I'm not sure if you know this. Me and him are working on one of my endeavors, which is called Steamies. So I'm not sure if YaJagoff would like to invest in Steamies, but
tell us about it.
Here is the pitch. It's coming, John. Keep your pants on, buddy. The thing about Steamies is, elevator pitch. You like Buffalo Wild Wings? Yeah, everybody likes Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings,
I really
beer,
don't.
sports,
I'm not trying to kill it. I hate it.
Okay. Have you ever taken an improv class before, Rachel? It's called Yes and. What you're supposed to do is, even if you fundamentally disagree, you play along with the guy who hasn't been on stage in 2 months and has to sit in a goddamn kitchen, you know, trying to get through jokes. But no, go ahead. Rachel doesn't like Buffalo Wild Wings because she's not really American. But normal people would love it. Basically, what Steamies is, it's the Buffalo Wild Wings, but instead of sitting in a booth like a loser, you're sitting in a hot tub.
Oh.
All hot tubs instead of booths. Hence, Steamies.
Yeah.
And all my workers, you know, you see a lot of places where they're like, oh, let's have a bunch of hot chicks like at Hooters or Tilted Tilt. No, not there. Hot dudes. gonna be hot shirtless dudes, and they're gonna all be walking around. They'll have those little bow ties on. It'll be kind of like Chippendales, but I don't want to say that because I don't want to get in any copyright infringement.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be walking around serving you. Who wouldn't want to sit in a hot tub, drink a beer, eat some wings, and watch the Steelers win a playoff game? So it's Steamies LLC. So if anybody wants to give me money for that as well, I think that's fine too. Just me and Jason are really getting off the ground.
I love you guys. You're busy.
Would that be steamies.com then, or steamies.net, steamies.co? What is it?
Steamies.org. I can't believe you didn't think it. Org.
It's the only one.
John knows nothing about business. You got to have org if you want to.
Yeah. Ray Zawadney, this has been awesome.
Hey, I don't want you to go. Like, I want you to be my comedian that like comes on when I need you. Like, I press a button and Ray's there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll be your monkey, Rachel.
No, you're too funny. That's all. I can't help it. So what else? What else are you doing while you're off?
Well, I've been getting into reading, and I don't. Have you ever read?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been trying to read a lot of chapter books. I started with those.
Yeah, that's
for a long time, I used to be like strictly pictures.
Yeah,
I
same.
needed my books to have pictures. Just because, like, okay, what am I just going to sit there and try to make up images in my head?
Yeah.
I'm not a superhero, okay? But what I did read, though, I read a pretty interesting article, and so this is a little bit PG-13 for you guys.
Okay.
So you know how Gwyneth Paltrow recently came out with a certain line of candles that they smell like her hoo-ha, and by that I mean her vagina.
Yeah.
And I saw an article that said Elton John bought thousands of dollars worth of those candles.
Really?
And if you guys don't know Elton John, there may be some assumption that he is not into what those candles smell like. I don't know if you know this. Elton John might. I don't want to out him, but I think he might.
Yeah.
And I just think it's such a weird play that he bought those candles because, like, does Elton John have the same take on vagina that my brother does on coffee? Like, loves the smell, hates the taste.
Ray, you're too good.
Oh my God.
I love him.
Oh, it is good to see you, Ray.
Before we let you go, tell people where they can follow you on Instagram, because I have to tell you, I know I sound like that mom, but my kids follow you because they love your prepping for street fighting and arm wrestling. So where can people find you to see more of that kind of stuff?
It's at Ray B Killing 'em, which is such a hard thing for people to spell. I don't know why I made that my handle, but that's it.
Yeah,
Ray B Killing 'em. All right.
We'll put it down here in the notes, but got to give a shout out to Chris, former neighbor Chris Bamford, and Pete Gutman's on here, and your Aunt Becky, Lisa Tuscan is on here, Jason's Clark, Rob Smith, whoever that is, Robert
Who
Smith,
says that?
right? Bro, no, I didn't know if he knows Ray.
Robert Smith, whoever that bastard is.
And Brian K., who we will not out this week who he is.
He watches every week, and I won't say who he is.
Yeah, right. So, Ray, thank you very much. You're going to hang out with us for a little bit, or are you going to?
Yeah, I'll hang out. I'll crack open a White Claw, and I'll see where the night goes. Thank you guys so much, man. And you guys are in for a real treat because these bros are awesome. So,
they are.
Nice.
That was a good intro because we know John's intro is like.
It was better than John's because John, wait, real quick before I go, is John asked for me to give an introduction. He said, "Can you write down your introduction?" Did you guys get him to say this? Did he say that to you too? What's your introduction? He's not going to say it because he doesn't care. So for me, he didn't say my introduction, which is, and it's an absolute fact, I was the first ever guest on YaJagoff podcast. Is that right?
That is correct. Yes. You were.
And secondly, I am both of your favorite guests, and that is a list of guests that include Mark Wahlberg, that guy who a lot of people might not know who that is, but he's done a couple films. He was in Basketball Diaries, and he did an underwear commercial or something. and Colin Chamberlain, who is John Seed.
Yeah.
How about that?
Came out of John's belly. But that's it. All right. Thank you,
Stick
guys.
around because I feel like you
I
should
will.
do the finale. Please stick
Yeah,
around. 'cause
I'm
we need to bring-
gonna grab a drink.
All right,
All
grab
right.
a drink and then
All
come
right.
listen to these guys. Bye, Ray.
So right now, Mary Mac is on, and Mary Mac, we already showed your cookies here. Mary Mac made the strawberry Jello pretzel salad cookie,
that we're
and
eating.
it does taste like that.
And she's going to put them online and to buy them because they're amazing. And we're going to tell her it's always what John likes. John likes pretzel salad. Let's make a cookie. Like, what do I get? Nothing.
Right. Well, pick something.
No, I don't want to because you already have Mary Mac. I need a new
Nice.
friend. Maybe my friends need to kick it in. I don't know.
So let's bring on Living with Monsters. It is Bill and Corey. And just so you know, Corey. No, I thought you were getting ready to say something.
Sorry.
Bill and Corey. So Corey, again, if you missed the beginning of this, Corey and Bill were on our non-St. Patrick's Day parade podcast.
Yeah, we sort of had a fake parade at Carmody's for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And we love their sound. They're sort of like that Dave Matthews-y kind of sound. And we were drinking. So hopefully they're as good as we remember when we were having Guinness.
Or you're not drinking enough, right? Yeah.
There you go. There you go. But they were super excited just to perform. You could feel their passion. And it turns out that Corey is part of Higgins, not plumbing, painting.
Yeah.
Higgins Painting in Dormont. And we said, well, how can we collaborate? And so basically Higgins Painting is paying the musicians,
Yeah.
except these guys don't want paid. They just want to come on and perform because this is what we do now. At 7:30 every Wednesday, tune in because
Right.
this is the stuff you get to see.
Yeah, and they do have their Venmo up, right? So if you do want to contribute, they will certainly take that. But these guys, the internet works in Cook Forest, right? In Cook's Forest. Corey, Bill, what's up, guys?
Turns out, how's it going, guys?
How are you?
We are doing great because we're super excited to listen to you. And we love that you're in the same place and we appreciate that you're doing that because, you know, things are tough right now. And the fact that you're kind of risking a little bit to be together, we appreciate it because it's all for the fans.
Absolutely, yeah. We're being socially distant.
You
and
are. You are.
responsible in our own right. Yeah.
He hasn't
Thankfully,
talked
we
to
got a small room and loud instruments, so we'll be good.
Perfect. That's what we like. So you're going to play a few songs and you can give us a cue if you want to chat a little bit because we're always here to talk and everybody enjoy the music.
Yeah, whatever you want. Like you said, we got a couple songs lined up. I think 5 or 6. So if you want us to break into one, we got a song called Bird Song we could rip off for you guys, and then we can chat a little bit after.
We're ready.
Yeah. If one thing though, if they like what they're hearing and somehow their internet breaks, where can they find your music and download it?
You can go to livingwmonsters.com. It's our main website. You go follow us on Instagram at living.with.monsters. But if you type in Living with Monsters on YouTube or Spotify, Apple Music or Tidal, anything like that, you can go find us there.
Nice. All right. Well, let's hear Living with Monsters.
Thanks, guys. This song's called Bird Song. Hey girl, where are you going tonight? Been a while since I rode with you. Now my time spent going back and forth, working hard so I can kiss you. Someday their wings will be strong enough to fly. Oh, I'm gonna watch them with you. Till then I keep my head to the ground, loving them while I'm with you. So come on, girl, come close to me. Love under the stars will set us free. Take my hand, remember how we got here. Yeah, girl, I love you and you love me. Girl, I love you and you love me too. Girl, you look damn fine in that dress. What I mean is you look beautiful. Sorry for the fast talk to start, but I wound up and you're so beautiful. So tell me, love, what can I do for you? Please answer, you're all I need. That is all I don't wanna do. Your man is what I wanna be. Yeah, come on, girl, come close to me. Love under the stars will set us free. Take my hand, remember how we got here. Yeah. 'Cause girl, I love you and you love me. Oh, no, no. Girl, I love you and you love me too. That song's called Birdsong.
I love it. I think I was sober. I think we're good. I was sober. It was good stuff.
Yeah, good enough.
Oh my gosh.
Or you're
So-
drinking enough now.
Well, yeah. Well, listen. I didn't order enough Tito's, and you go online and it crashes. So I've resorted to White Claw.
I hear it's not easy to get. I hear the portal isn't swift.
Mm-mm. No, for sure. Listen, when you guys get together to write, what's that like? Do you do it together? Do you call each other? Are you doing it separately and somehow
No,
combine?
it's weird. So the first album basically that we had out, 95% of the songs we wrote by ourselves. Like one of us would come to the table with something, whether it was like even like a little music piece. If it started out as that, like the same person that created the music piece would end up going and writing something. There might have been one or two songs that we collaborated kind of on, but it was kind of cool in that like we both looked at writing songs completely differently, and we would come like completely differently to the plate with brand new stuff, and it was fun. Now, like the whole second time, we've been writing a lot of stuff together, and kind of trying that out too. So
Cool.
it's fun to mess around with.
That's what you got to do, right? John's eating a cookie. So
I am eating a Mary Mac cookie. We got to get you guys some.
What
All
is
right.
the next song? What's the next song?
It is she made this up. It's a strawberry Jello pretzel salad cookie.
Thanks, Ray.
He asked, Ray. He asked. He
Ray,
asked. I had to tell him.
Me off. Do you see?
No, he asked. All right, do your song.
Next song, guys.
This song's called UV Rays. Was running a wild, those were the days. Was pumping gas and having laughs, point a minimum wage. Those were some good damn days. Was dreaming of the first walk in that town with you. Big gorgeous people smiling, all inside was new. Those were some good damn days. These days were made for you and me. Seeing him the night, I felt a love I didn't know existed. At the same time, I learned to what I could never lose. Your light cleansed the air, and suddenly I was breathing like UV rays on a bar top. I was soaked in miss them days. These days were made for you and me.
Yeah, that sounds called UV rays.
We love it. We
Listen,
love
I
it.
wish we had like the applause. Remember you used to say in your early podcast
The
days you
applause
had,
button.
like a laugh.
Yeah. There's Ray.
Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, we're like that.
How's everything sounding, guys? Is the guitars coming through? Everything sound all
I
right?
think it sounds great.
Yeah, I
John
think
just
so.
actually showed me on his phone. It looks super clear. Ray, how's it sound on your end?
Great, man. You guys are awesome, dude.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks, man.
I'm
Appreciate
digging
it.
it.
Yeah, it's
And I'm not even drunk.
So you guys are in Cook's Forest tonight, and where do you guys typically reside? You know, Pittsburghers are zoners. It's either north, south, east, or west, and they don't cross to the other side.
We're South Hiller guys.
Yeah.
Grew up in the South Hills. Both went to Bethel Park. Kind of reside in the same South Hill area now to this day.
Yeah, we I mean, both we started, spending time together in high school, and we would usually like the whole music thing started from us just like going to the woods together. So I don't know, a
There
couple
you
years.
are now.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
A couple years ago, we found a cheap piece of property up here tucked away in like the middle of nowhere, and anytime him and I can get up here together, we've written. I mean, hell, this is where we started
This
the
is
whole
where we
thing,
started
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have enough.
We have
property.
hours upon hours of recordings in this room of like, oh, this sounds kind of cool. Oh, this sounds kind of cool. Where it's like, oh no, we ended up talking for 3 hours and played 40 minutes of music, but ended up like, oh, that was cool. Let's try that. You know what I mean? When it come to writing stuff, so it was neat. It was a cool place to come to. Yeah.
What excuse do you give your families for going up there, hunting or fishing or something else?
It started kind of like as a hunting, fishing, like just get away from the weekend thing. Like we're in a family business, as you guys have talked about. So it's like come Friday, we need to find a way to unplug. You know what I mean? It's like the phones don't work very well up here. We did invest in Wi-Fi so we could work up here, but we could shut that shit down and just like no one can get in touch with us on the weekend. So a little bit of that. And I mean, it's a single wide 1972 trailer. So if anyone finds something like that on Craigslist, settle down in a nice little piece of property, I highly recommend it. It's good for the soul.
It's good for making music. I love it. Okay, so what's our next song? Does Corey know, Bill, or do you have to like shout it? Does Corey know what's next?
Kind of like we kind of went through a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all written down.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right.
he has it written down.
All right, we're ready.
This song's called Life.
You caught me looking at you from across that dark room, 100 pair of eyes, and you caught mine. Dance song was playing fast, you winked as I walked past. I did my best to try to slow the time. Last call was coming soon, and I made my move across the room. When I looked up, you weren't inside. Doesn't that seem like life though? With the plans that you think you know, then you blink and it all goes away. It all goes away. Yeah. Times when you just fall down and your heart doesn't make a sound and you think you let it slip away. Just know that you're not done. There's tons of smiling, lots of fun left in the hour of the day. 1,000 ways to go, spend your time, make it count to good and share some wine. Your pride doesn't always mean you're right. Doesn't it seem like life though, when you think there's nowhere to go, but then the sun shines on your face? Yeah, no, the shines on your face. Yeah. Well, you know that it's hard to find all the good inside these times. This is only just a step in the lives we lead, in the lives we kept. So go and find your own way. Live each and every day. You stand tall and say it loud, but be proud of what you found. Doesn't it seem like life though, with the plans that you think you know, then the sun shines on your face?
I love that.
Oh,
What
well,
I can't listen. I can't remember though. What did you do? You remember what you played on the podcast?
Yeah, we played a song called "Kissing Kate Barlow."
Okay, are you doing that tonight? Because I kind of.
We can.
You want us to do that?
You want to do that?
I don't know. I think maybe. Can
do
we
it.
sneak that one in there?
Yeah.
Is that from
Yeah.
Holes?
Because, listen, that's what makes me. Thanks, Trey.
The name is from Holes. That's exactly right.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is.
You want us to go into that one?
Yeah. Is that cool?
All right. Yeah, no doubt. Just being here with you makes me think on what I'm missing. And my love became a game, one that I'm losing. Not here with you, I'm not here with you. So stop, girl, don't say anything about it. Don't ask about the holes I've been digging. What I need is an our little advice to just remind me that I'm leaving. Oh, love was once a dream. Life saved me from my own mind. But life can kill the flame of one's true love. Fuck, I'm here with you. I'm fucking here with you. So stop, girl, don't say anything about it. Don't ask about the holes I've been digging. What I need is an our little advice to just remind me that I'm leaving. No, no. Remind me that I'm leaving. No, no. Oh, love is when the sun rises on your face. It's no mistake. Not close, it's distance far. Let love be with you wherever you are. No, 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 no. No, no. Wherever you are. No, no. Yeah. There's your Kissing Kate Barlow.
John, are you gonna talk? Did you like that one? Ray, nice round of applause.
Thanks, Ray.
Thanks, Ray.
Fuck yeah, Ray.
Hell yeah, Brad.
There you go. A couple of
We appreciate
Ray,
you guys.
Ray, maybe they want to get in your arm wrestling army. What do you think? Would you take those? two
I
guys?
am. Yeah, I'm starting a team for sure. And
I mean,
they're
I
in.
don't think I'd be much help from an arm wrestling standpoint,
You're
but I feel
6'6",
like I'd
man.
be a killer hype guy.
Dude, you got beautiful
yeah.
arms, brother.
I mean,
look at that.
so I'm a ligament down. I'm a ligament down from high school football. Okay.
Okay.
So that's already no good. But
Yeah.
I'm an order. You know what I mean?
He got a tattoo on his arm, so that's kind of an intimidation factor.
He's hard.
I feel like I'm more of the hype guy. He's more like, if you're 6'6", how do you really compete against a 6'6" guy in arm wrestling? The other guy's not going to touch.
Well, arm wrestling has nothing to do with height.
Thank you. See?
Okay. It's a slide back.
See?
It's a
Yeah.
slide back.
Physics.
Thanks, Ray. We were wondering.
Listen, Ray.
Just mute me. I'll shut
All
up.
right,
No,
Ray.
no.
There's leverage. We're talking about leverage.
That's funny. Could you guys use Ray to paint at Higgins Painting, Corey?
Oh, I used to be a painter.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dude, for several years. I really did. A&M Painting. Shout out to my bros at A&M Painting. I was terrible at it, though. I was a liability.
Same.
I painted a summer for Corey's company. I was okay. I started getting good, but I did throw myself off a 16-foot ladder.
Yeah, he tried to get a workers' comp claim.
I tackled
Brilliant.
I made sure they knew about it, but I wasn't like, oh no, I'm still gonna work. It's like, yeah, we're gonna let them know about it.
That's too funny. So listen, guys, we get another song, but before we kind of, have John introduce it because he's so good at it, we just want to say thank you again because Higgins Painting, stepped up to the plate. You're the ones who are in charge of paying all the musicians, and I have to plug next week. Then is Justin Wade and Aaron Kleiber. So that's another good.
You have a graphic for that, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Kleiber. We'll give you a second to put that up there. So Aaron Kleiber, the comedian from Pittsburgh here.
Yep.
Justin Wade's
Never heard
been
of
on.
him.
Yeah, me neither. I hear he's good.
And Justin Wade has been on the podcast a number of times, and his friend Bobby has been on the podcast. So we're gonna have a good party next week. And
nothing like this, guys.
No, but you guys can come back and join us. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we need to do like a finale.
Yeah,
Like,
I like it.
Like bring everybody out, and then it's like We Are the World, and they harmonize. Oh my gosh, let's do that.
I don't know.
Who's sponsoring that crap? Who's out there that's going to sponsor that? Because we need it to happen. I'm working on it this week. Don't think
I don't think both Colin and my ego will fit on one podcast.
It will. You could do it. We'll make it a friendly competition,
But
right?
we also want to make sure we give a shout out. Listen, when you're bored after watching this, you can either rerun this or you can go build your house of beers for the House of 1,000 Beers contest. And you take a picture of building a house of beers, a house of anything, as long as you use 12 cans or 12 bottles or 6 and 6, whatever it is, has to have at least 12 of those vessels in it. And you could win.
Like a ton of Sammys for a year, and then you get beer, and then it's a lot of good prizes.
It is a lot of good prizes.
I'm not reading the script, so you have to go to YaJagoff to see what this
or go to House of 1,000 Beers.com and get the rules on their Facebook pages as well. So thanks again to Katie
you did amazing.
And,
what are we going to listen to now?
Yeah.
Since I threw a whammy at you and had you play something.
So, what do we got? One song left?
Yeah.
I know you want to do one or two.
You
It's
could
up to
do back to back. I'm not going to stop you.
Do it.
We'll do two.
We'll do two
back to back.
Cool.
Do it.
So the first song will be this is a new song that Corey wrote.
Something
A work in progress. We call it Corey New Song. So we're gonna play that, and then
Original.
Which is funny. It's because every song starts out as either Corey New Song or Bill New Song until we give it a name.
Bill New Song 3 or something, and then it's like
So we'll do that.
Flabbergast, and then we'll play a song called Outside the Night, which we play a lot. So those will be our last two. We'll play them quick.
Alrighty.
Tell me how we end up here. Broken frames of a vision so clear. 20 years spent loving you. A lifetime to see it through. As I wanna know tonight, did you decide that it's right to let all that we built together die? Tell me why. Yeah. No. Yeah. Tell me how we end up here, broken frames of a vision so clear. 20 years spent loving you, a lifetime to see it through. And I wanna know tonight, did you decide that it's right to let all that we built together die? Yeah. So tell me where the wind blows, and tell me where I'm gonna go. Wanna know where the river flows, and I wanna know tonight. Tell me when you decided it was right. Oh, yeah. No.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, man.
And then we get to play one more, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Go play as many as you want, brother.
2, 3.
I love when Ray claps. Oops, sorry.
Oh, here I go. It's on the road home. Yeah, well, I am numb. The pain of an only one. Here I stay. Will get out of my own way. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Just walking around outside the night, so dark yet the moon so bright. The leaves shake like whispering. A constant thought keeps me wondering. Just walking around outside the night, it seems like I can't get it right. Well, thought alone just makes me sick, depending on what path I pick. Yeah, yeah. Well, here I go. It's on the road home. Yeah, well, I am numb to the pain of an only one. Here I stay, will get out of my own way. know. Well, I don't know. So here I sit on the ground right now. Can no one else try to tell me how to build the things that I believe? A step we take just to be free. Well, here I go, it's on a road home. Yeah, well, I am numb to the pain of an only one. Oh, here I stay, get out of my own way. Well, I don't know. No, I don't know.
That's also not right.
Ray,
So
you're always
awesome.
there.
Jeez.
You're
Little
always-
dry mouth hit me in a bit of that.
Well, Corey and Bill, thank you very much for doing this. And again, thanks to Higgins Painting for being a supporter of this idea, even throwing some money behind it. We really appreciate you guys doing this.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us, guys. We appreciate it. Killer
Yeah, we
comedian.
need to do more things together.
Oh, thanks, dude. You guys were awesome. This
No
was a
doubt.
lot of fun.
We appreciate it, dude. Thanks for hanging around and listening.
Well, and Corey and Bill, where again can they find your music?
You can go to livingwmonsters.com. You can hit us on Instagram at living.with.monsters.com, or you can go to Apple, Spotify, Tidal, any of those, and just check out Living with Monsters. Go check out the first album that's out. And yeah, we should have a second one out here, within the year, at least, is our kind of goal.
That's awesome. And can you hit us with your Venmo one more time? Because I got a message that your Venmo might be wrong.
Really? I mean, we didn't make a band Venmo. We did not make a band Venmo. So the one I sent you is my name, Corey Higgins 33. I promise.
Okay.
Anything you send me, I will share with my compadre here.
Yeah,
Nice.
you better.
Nice move, dude.
We'll see.
That's what I always say too.
Yeah, right.
Right. Very good.
Well,
All
listen,
right.
guys, Ray,
Thank
you
you.
too. It was so good to see you.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
literally
it was
need
really
that.
good seeing you guys.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
need
it
that
was
button. Like
fun.
most people have an Alexa. I need a Ray. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
Ray.
I could use a Ray.
don't need a
for
Ray.
fun.
Oh man,
Right?
you got not
no,
for advice,
it's
certainly.
strong.
We have to say thanks. Mike Sword, give a wave again and tell
He's
everybody.
amazing.
Yeah, and thank you again for doing this. Tell everybody where they can find your wrestling stuff.
And I'll unmute. That's over at indiewrestling.us and all the great. We're doing about 10 releases, including this a week, over at sorgatronmedia.com to keep you entertained in this time. So go along with that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks
Good.
for all that you do, Mike. And thanks again to Living with Monsters and Ray. I mean, my
Yeah,
Alexa.
thank you, but yeah, ladies,
Yeah.
hold on.
Ray.
I'm trying to do a podcast, girls. Now,
Ray.
can you guys hold on 1 second?
We're not doing it.
Okay, Ray.
Ladies, I'll be in a second. I mean, 6 times in one day. I'm only human.
Ray.
Hey, guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Mike,
Oh,
Mike,
bummer.
Mike, thanks to Higgins Painting and KB Plumbing.
KB
Mike, you
Plumbing.
can shut down the feed. I don't know what's happening with Ray. We'd rather not have this go out on the
Bye,
internet.
guys. Thanks
See
for
you next
tuning in.
Wednesday.
Guys.